Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we will be doing part 3 of this mini series, which is the bedroom. So let's go ahead and jump in and start off with our mood board. Now I know when you guys saw this mood board, some of you may have immediately said no to this coloration because it is a very bold coloration choice. I do have alternatives for you. If this is not your color, I understand. But yeah, like I started off trying to go simple in this room and it didn't end up simple, as you can see. So let's start off in the top left hand corner with the bed frame. Oh my gosh, this bed frame was honestly the start of it all. I looked at this bed frame and I was just like, I really like this black bed frame and the way it looks. And yeah, so that's where we started with this black bed frame. Now if we move over to the right, this is the color that might cause some controversy in here. So this plum, or I guess it's plum. It's like a velvet plum type of color, is beautiful. Now this is a quilt. For any of you who are like, I don't want my whole bed to be that color, that is not an issue. I actually chose for the bed a white duvet, and this is a quilt that goes on top because if you watch my R&H video, you know that your girl likes to layer. So this is a quilt that goes on top that just adds a color, adds a layer of sophistication to the room. And so I just really love this plum color. If you jump down, you'll see that I added a painting to tie in that plum color in this room and just kind of, you know, make it a little bit more of just a one drop color in the room. Now down below that, this color may also be a little controversy with people. It might be the combination of these two colors that also might rub people a little bit wrong. So that's why I said I will give an alternative color. But this green chair, like back wall of pink situation, is not what I'm going for. It is not like a sitting room in this room or anything like that. The main focus is this back green wall. And the reason I say this is because I'm going to insert a picture that shows like my inspiration for this, but it's basically just this square background wall that I think would just be beautiful. And of course it is green. If you guys haven't noticed yet, between part 1, part 2, and now part 3, I try to take a color that we used from each room and tie it into the next one because it's the same apartment. We don't want things that are not cohesive. We don't want things that don't match our work. You kind of want to find a flow in each room. They don't all have to be exactly the same. You can have different styles in each room, different color concepts in each room, but we just want at least one color to marry, if that makes any sense. So that's why we have this green back wall that's going to be there. And then in the middle, we have these two, I'm gonna say there are night lamps or side table lamps. I don't know why I couldn't think of the word, but yeah, like table lamps. I got them in black just to kind of bring the black back in because we have the black headboard there, and so I wanted to bring just the black back in with these two side lamps. And then jumping down, we have a very bold color of gold in our side tables. And the reason I did this, you guys will actually understand because I actually added a whole lot more than what is just on this mood board. I have some additional additives that you can add to jazz up the room. So this gold will play a part in another key portion in the room. But yeah, I just really liked these two, this gold side table. I thought it was beautiful. I thought the lines in it kind of went along with the lines in the two lamps, and so I just thought that they would go together really well and really cohesively. Now if you jump up, I know we went in a weird circle there, but if you jump up to the very tippity top you'll see this little arch of green kind of peeking out over the picture of the headboard, and that is an arch green rug. I'm going to insert what it looks like fully for you guys to see it, and that is us bringing back in the arches from The Office. See there is reasoning to my chaos. Like, there is a reason why I do some of the things that I do here. So yes, that green arched rug is just to kind of, you know, marry the two rooms, you know, bring some cohesion into the apartment. The apartment already has arches that we already painted in the living room. It now has an arch that we put in our office, and now we have a rug that also has arches in it. It makes sense. It's beautiful. It makes sense. Yeah, so that is the mood board that I have for you guys. Or is it a mood board? Yeah, that's the mood board that I have for you guys. And so I really think it is very beautiful. I feel like it just makes the room feel luxurious. And so let's jump into the additional additives that I feel like would just make this room pop even more than it already is. So one of the optional things, these of course are optional things that you could add, is black velvet curtains. Yes, I'm gonna say that again because that's a statement in its own. Black velvet curtains. So we have the black in the headboard, we have the black in the lamps, and I thought if you really wanted to just make this a pop of statement behind the square accent wall, what you could do is on the sides of it, the sides that are left white, you could add some black velvet curtains. You could do it. You just elevate it a little bit more in its fanciness, and you could give that to yourself. Gift it to you. Okay. After that, I put a gold mirror. Now I have two options for a gold mirror. So I found a floor gold mirror that I'll go over with you guys later, as well as a small gold mirror that you could put over a dresser. Now, speaking of a dresser, I also did add a black dresser to the room. So I just thought having like a nice antique black dresser on the other side of the bed would be beautiful in this room. Now, I want to make it clear exactly the layout that I would do in this room, because from the video and the walkthrough that we'll go through, it's not going to be the same layout. So I would actually put all of the stuff, all the bed and everything on the back wall. And then the dresser would be on the wall that you walk in from. And so the window would be over to your right, and everything would be situated front facing as you walk into the room. So that's how I would lay out this room. I wouldn't do it the way they have it done in this picture. I just wanted to make that clear, because it's like, how would you paint a square and there's a window there? That's not what I would do. That would probably not look the best. You could probably still do it, but I wouldn't personally do that. I don't think it would add the effect that we're going for here. But yeah, so now let's jump into, of course, pricing now, and where I found these things for you guys. Now, of course, these are always just like me just giving you rough prices, because some things aren't gonna be the same price anymore. And honestly, like after I do these videos with you, like my algorithm is like full of all of these type of designs and stuff on my Pinterest, And there are like things that pop up all the time that are cheaper than what I told you guys before. If you guys want to like have me start sending you those ones, if these are designs that you want to try that I find cheaper after, follow me on my Instagram and I can start posting those to my Instagram stories. If that's something that you want, just comment down below and I can definitely do that for you. But anyway, so jumping down into pricing, I did total it this time, by the way. We have a total at the end. So for your accent wall, the green square wall, we're just gonna go ahead from this point forward and just say wallpaper for things, okay? So I went to Amazon, the place that we get the peel and stick wallpaper for cheap, and I did one that was $6.99. And I did 2 rolls of that, so that'll be roughly about $21. The reason I did the $6.99 one instead of like, I believe there was one there for like $30 or something, is because for this accent wall, I really don't think you'll need a lot of rolls. Like you probably will just need 2. Actually, why did I say 2? Like 3 rolls, or maybe 4 at the most. And I would honestly rather you start off with the cheaper one than get the more expensive one and have a lot left over. So that's why I went with that one, because even if you did ended up getting 3 of those rolls, it would still be cheaper than the most expensive one. So that one was there. Now for bedding, for the bed and the bedding. So when it came to the bed, I found a bed that was similar at Walmart, and that bed retailed for $192.99. Now for the exact bed that I have in this picture, if you saw that one, you fell in love, you wanted it, that one is actually going to be at Wayfair. And that one was listed for $293.33. It is currently out of stock, so I am sorry to tell you that. But they did have a button on there where you could like request to be notified. So they are probably planning to restock it soon here. Now, when it comes to the white duvet, remember we are doing a white duvet and the plum color is a quilt. So when it comes to the white duvet, I found that at Bed Bath & Beyond, because you know they either have, you can pay with your membership, or if you don't have a membership, it is a little bit more, but if you a member, you get that discount. So at Bed Bath & Beyond for this duvet, it is $75 for the white one. Honestly though, I would use any white duvet. The duvet does not really matter. I just didn't want to recommend any of them from Amazon, because even though Amazon's duvets are cheaper, they do not come typically with duvet inserts. So even if it's like a $20 duvet at Amazon, you would more than likely have to find and buy your own insert. So I didn't want to go that route for you guys. I just wanted to give you one that you would already be buying with everything included. So that one is at Bed Bath & Beyond for $75. If you are a member, then you can also get that one for $60. So save the coin, become a member. I am not like sponsored or anything by Bed Bath & Beyond, but I mean, if they ever would like to, like, please hit me up, like please let me know. But when it comes to the velvet quilt that I found this at I believe it was West Elm, and it was currently on clearance for $99. It originally retailed for, I believe, about $200. So like, do not walk. If you saw this and you were just like, I need this to complete my room, run to West Elm. It is currently half off, which is like a really good price, and it's a really good discount. So yes. Now going down into decor, and so by decor items, I mean like your side tables, your side lamps, stuff like that. So for the side tables, those were actually found at Target, and it was $56 each. So you would of course need 2 of those unless you chose to do something else on the other side, or if you were single, you could just get one. Ain't nobody gonna question it because it's just you. So that's a way to cut costs there. I didn't even think of that before when I was writing down my ways to cut costs. Now, For the side lamps, I got those at Amazon. It is actually the two of them come together, and that is for $49.99. And then for the rug, I got that rug at Ruggable, and so that one is $199. Now I do want to make it clear that in all my videos, rugs are optional, because in a lot of these apartments you already have carpet, and I know it's not everyone's favorite thing to put a rug over carpet, and sometimes you really don't need to. If you really want to, rugs do elevate a space even if it is over carpet, but sometimes, you know, it's just not your vibe, and that's okay. Now when we go into the painting, painting above the bed, that painting, I honestly just wrote down like you painting it yourself. I would not go look for that. I would not go buy that. I would honestly just get a canvas and a couple of like sample paints, and I would paint it myself. You could totally do that. I believe in you. You can do it. And so for the canvas at Hobby Lobby, I did a 24 by 30 inch canvas, and that was $24.99. And then plus like paint samples at Home Depot would be roughly about like $9, depending on how many paint samples you did. I did it based off of 3. Now, optional additives. These are the things that I talked about that were like the curtain, the dresser, stuff like that. So for the velvet curtains at Amazon, you can get those for $39.99. And then for the gold mirror, for the floor one, you could get it at Amazon again for $169.99. Or if you wanted to do the smaller one, which I honestly kind of prefer, because we already have that hallway mirror, I would get it at Lowe's for $33.87. Now, the black dresser, I actually found a dresser similar in like the antique style that I was looking for at Facebook Marketplace for about $180. And then I would personally just paint it black, because I looked for black dressers that were already like in that antique style, already black, and they were expensive. Like I know $180 is already expensive, but like if you search antique black dresser, it's probably the word antique that really like raises the price there, but yeah, it was expensive. So of course, what you guys have all been waiting for, the total, not including the additional additives, was $584.96. Including the additional additives, it was a price I do not want to talk about, so we're not going to. Now, ways to cut cost in this, because $584 is cheaper than we've spent in other rooms like the living room, but we still would like to cut costs because, you know, like we don't want to be spending that much in a bedroom. I get you. I got you. And so the number one way I have to cut costs is work with what you have. I know a lot of times, especially when it comes to like social media and just like life, like you see things and you just think like, oh, I have to run out and buy everything brand new. And that is not the case. You can take what you already have and just elevate it and just make it into what exactly that you want it to look like. Case in point, like my dresser that I have was normally just a brown dresser, and I have a whole video on that where I like sanded down and repainted it myself. And that was the first time I ever did that, and it turned out beautiful. I love the color, I love the way it looks, and I now have an antique, beautiful looking dresser without having to pay $180 for it. So if you already have a dresser, you know, maybe think about ways that you can repaint it or redo it, or still just use it in the room that works for the space and works for the design. Secondly, take your time. I know a lot of times we think like when we move into a place that everything just has to be perfect right away. Like you just want to move in and then you want to get everything like looking beautiful and perfect and designed. And it's really like, I feel like we have that mindset because we also have that mindset when it comes to like fast fashion and stuff like that. But when it comes to your home and when it comes to your home design, you should really take your time. Like go thrift shopping for some things. Look at clearance items, clearance sections, really just curate this room over time, because that's what's gonna make, for one, you love it more, because you're going to look at it and think like, oh, I spent so much time like finding this piece and this piece and this piece, and I love everything that's in this room. And then also, if you take your time, it's not going to be as expensive. If you split $580 something over 6 months, it is not as expensive as it is paying all of that up front. So those are my 2 key ways that I would cut costs there for you guys. I'm super happy to be continuing this series with you guys, and I can't wait to see you guys in my next portion of the video. Things may get a little bit wilder, I don't know, but you'll just have to come back and stay tuned to see what's next. Please give this video a thumbs up. It really helps me out. It really helps the algorithm know how to find, for people like you to find me, and you know, just helping others discover designs as well, especially for apartments, because I know a lot of times when you move into an apartment, it doesn't feel like home, and you don't know how to make it feel like home without like tearing walls down, which you can't do. So yes, please give this video a thumbs up, leave a comment down below, and I will catch you guys in my next video. Bye. So I was talking so fast that I completely forgot to give you guys the additional option for if you didn't like this plum color. But like, first and foremost, let me just get into this. Why don't you like the plum color? Why don't you like it? It's a great color. You should like it. I'm just kidding. No, I also found this orange quilt color that is actually the same style and the same model. This West Elm quilt came in the same texture. It's the same one. I don't know what I'm trying to say here, but yeah, it's the same quilt, just in a different color, and it's this orangey color, which again, we have used this color before in another room. Orange and green go well together for my people who like need colors that they feel go exactly well together, because I feel like plum and green do go well together, but that's another type of go together. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but yeah. So there is this orange quilt cover that you can use as well, and with that, changing the quilt cover, all I would do would just be to change the painting up top, and that would honestly really be it. I feel like everything else could really cohesively still go together in this room. I just wanted to give you guys a different color because some of you guys may not be into plum, and that is okay. That is okay. But yeah, I'll catch you guys in my next video, and of course, as always, thank you so much for watching.